Now, the link that I sent Stacy was I did not send her the one that I logged in with. It was I think it was the regular invite. Is that going to be a problem for her? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry.
That's right.
When she logs in, she might just show up as your name.
Okay.
And then we can just change her. Oh, there she is. And I will go ahead. I'm going to promote her to a panelist. So we're good.
Okay.
Worked out just fine.
Good. Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning. How are you?
Great.
Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning.
I like your background.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Stacy, I figured once I run through my slides, we'll let you share your screen, and then you could just pick up from there.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Great. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. I see a few familiar names there. Appreciate you all joining us for this session. We're gonna just wait another minute or so, give people an opportunity to log in here. As we go through the presentation today, if you do have questions, please use the Q&A. And we'll be responding to your questions. We're going to hold on the questions, I believe, until the end of our presentation. We'll have myself, Barry Vogel, Managing Director of the Global First Year Program at Florida International University, and Stacy Bernhard from our College of Business will be presenting. Also with us today is Courtney Edwards, who works with us. And Courtney will be taking care of the chat and the Q&A and queuing us up at the end there. I see we've got a few people still logging in, so we're going to just wait, I think, one more minute. Or so, yeah. So we're going to be respectful of everybody's time, and it's 5 minutes after the hour here, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope everybody can hear me clearly. Again, my name is Barry Vogel. I'm the Managing Director of the Global First Year Program at Florida International University in Miami, Florida. And we appreciate you joining us today, whether it's morning or afternoon or evening, where you are. With me today is Stacy Bernhard from our College of Business and Courtney Edwards. And if you do have questions during the presentations today, please make sure you put those in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen. We'll go ahead and take care of questions at the end of the presentation. If you need us to reach out to you for any kind of follow-up, please use the chat to put your email address in there and indicate the specifics that you'd like us to follow up with you on. We're going to go ahead and get started now. And so if you'll bear with me just a moment, I'm going to share my screen. And the plan for today, if I can get this going right, the plan for today is we're going to give you a bit of an overview of Florida International University, the Global First Year Program, and Miami. And then I'll be turning it over to Stacy, who's going to go in more depth on the College of Business and the opportunities that your students have to study in the business college here at FIU. So let me begin by welcoming you to Miami and welcome to FIU. This is our Student Academic Success Center. It's where all tours of the university begin. So this is where I always like to begin, right here. I know it kind of looks photoshopped with the palm trees there, but that's actually what it looks like on our campus. So let's talk high level. Why FIU? Why would your students be interested in coming to study at FIU? Well, before I even get into the points that are on this slide, let me mention FIU Florida International University. International is our middle name. So for international students, this is certainly a great place, but we're going to get into more detail on that. So FIU is ranked among the top 100 public universities in the US, according to US News and World Report. And we're a top tier research university. We're also one of the largest universities in the US with about 58,000 students. So very big school, lots of opportunities for students to get involved in lots of different things, including research. Although we are about 58,000 students, the vast majority of those, about 45,000 or so, are actually undergraduate students working on their bachelor's degree. So this means research is not limited to the graduate students. It is certainly opportunities for getting involved in research abound for undergraduates as well. Why being a top tier research university important to the students? Well, it means we're attracting great faculty who are doing terrific work and creating new knowledge. But one of those things is if you're a great researcher, but you can't share that knowledge with the students, doesn't really help the students. So if you go all the way down to the bottom of this slide here, you'll see our faculty is also dedicated to excellence in teaching. These are two of the things that we're really proud of at FIU. Great research and great teaching. And I'll talk more about that in a little bit. We're also home to the #1 Model United Nations team in the US. Our teams have competed against all the schools whose names I'm sure you've heard, but we came out last year top team, actually the top large team and the top small team. So according to Best Delegate. #2 undergraduate international business program. I'm going to let Stacy really highlight this, but one of the things I like to mention here is not only do we have the #2 undergraduate international business program, we have lots of top ranked programs around the university, but students have the opportunity to actually get into these programs. If a student meets the requirements in terms of grade point average and prerequisite courses, they will be admitted to the program that they want to study in. So we're about access, great research, great teaching, and access into the programs students want to study. And we're home to a world-renowned School of Hospitality and Tourism Management, one of our big featured majors at the university. Lots of different programs that students can study in. Obviously, today we're going to be focusing on business. I share this here with you because in the Global First Year program, we do line our programs up into 3 tracks: STEM and computer science, business, finance, and economics, social sciences, and the humanities. And this is really because these different majors in these tracks have differing math and science requirements. And so this allows us to make sure students are getting the right math and science prerequisites to get into the major that they're interested in. A couple of things. These are not all of the majors that are available at FIU. FIU has well over 100 different majors that are available to students. There's a few that are not eligible for participation in the Global First Year program. I like to mention those. So things like architecture. Architecture is a cohorted, sequenced 5-year degree program. So everybody comes in together, stays together, and works their way through the program, and the courses are sequenced. Because of this, Global First Year pathway does not work well with something like architecture. So if you've got a student who's interested in architecture, they really should be applying directly to the university, not going through the Global First Year program. I can't guarantee that they're going to be able to get into architecture if they come through the Global First Year program, and it would actually add an additional year of study for them. Other programs that require auditions or portfolios, things in the arts. So music, theater, even if it's theater arts, something like, you know, the behind the scenes theater design and stage work and the tech side of theater, those all require a portfolio or an audition. So again, Global First Year is not a track that leads into something in the arts. The last thing I mentioned is something with a limited enrollment type program, such as nursing. Nursing, obviously, there needs to be sufficient clinical study spaces available for the number of students coming into the program. So again, it's limited enrollment, limited access, therefore Global First Year pathway does not work well with something like nursing. So let's talk a little bit about why the Global First Year program. So Global First Year has been at FIU for about 5 years now. It was designed with international students in mind. Remember, I mentioned FIU is about 58,000 students. Can be overwhelming, can be a huge transition for any student. Nobody's coming from a high school of 58,000 students. So it's designed with them in mind to help with that transition. It allows them to be part of a smaller community while they're attending one of the largest universities in the US. All of those resources and facilities and programs that a large university has, but a smaller community of a few hundred students in the Global First Year program, all international students, all proceeding in the same way so that they are transitioning with support. And that support comes from a team that's dedicated to them. We have a dedicated academic advisor in the Global First Year program. So this means that when a student needs to meet with their advisor, and they'll meet with our advisor 2 to 3 times each semester, they're not just making an appointment with the next available advisor. These students have that consistency. They know who their advisor is, and the advisor knows who they are, and will work with them to select their courses and make sure that they're on track to be able to declare their major at the end of the first year. Students at FIU come in without a declared major. They're considered what we call exploratory, and they will work with, and this is true for all students at the university, even though they indicate their major, we know that many students have a tendency to change their major while they're in school. By having this dedicated advisor working with them, we're making sure that they're not wasting time taking courses that won't get them into their major, won't meet the prerequisite requirements. We've also taken literally hundreds of courses that are available to students, and we've brought them down to a smaller, manageable number for the first year. We've also identified faculty that work really well with first-year students and encourage them and build them up to help build competence and confidence. Very often we find students who maybe even have very strong English language ability, but because they've studied outside the US, they lack confidence when they're coming in to the US. So being in courses where they're surrounded with other international students and faculty who are encouraging them, that not only builds that competence, but it develops confidence in their own abilities as well. We're going to make sure that they meet their core requirements and the prerequisites to be able to declare their major, as I said. They're going to be working with a success coach or a navigator. Again, large university, lots of resources all over the place. How do I take advantage of them? What are the resources I should be using? If I'm having a challenge in a particular area or with a certain aspect of being at university, finding the right resource may be difficult if you're unfamiliar with how US universities are organized. So having that success coach or that navigator helps them figure that out and point them in the right direction. And something that's unique to Global First Year is our Career Accelerator, where we help the students figure out what they're good at, what they like, how that fits with their career direction, what are the experiences that they need to have in order to make their career objectives reality, and then get them to take action on those plans to get those experiences, whether it's a part-time job on campus, a leadership role in a club or an organization on campus, or perhaps an internship, making sure that we're guiding them all the way. Global First Year also, and FIU also provides great opportunities for advanced standing. What does this mean? We have a very generous advanced standing credit policy. So based on things that students may have done prior to coming to FIU, they can earn credit for university courses. IB exams, if they've been involved in the International Baccalaureate program and they've taken IB exams and they have scores of 4 or higher. AP or advanced placement exams through the College Board, scores of 3 or higher, and A levels, the Cambridge program with grades of A, B, C, D, or E in that Cambridge program on A level courses. They can get credit for those courses. They can wind up completing their degree in less than 4 years. That'll save them on tuition, save on room and board costs, and gets them to start their career sooner. Another thing that's really unique for us, for students who hold an IB diploma, if they enroll through Global First Year, they start their FIU experience in the Global First Year program, and they have an IB diploma, they can get expedited admission to the Honors College in their second year. What they need to do is earn a B or better in their English composition course in the first year, ENC 1101 or 1102. And they need a grade point average of 3.3 or better. That, along with their IB diploma, they complete the application and they will be admitted to the Honors College. We have many, many students coming in through Global First Year with IB diplomas who do this. And again, this gets them access to internships, scholarships, and courses that are only available to students in the Honors College. Oops, sorry about that. So let's talk about living and learning at FIU. It's a great place to live and learn. You'll see we provide academic support right in the on-campus housing. Remember I said FIU is about 58,000 students, but there's only space on campus for about 3,200 students to actually live on campus. So first-year students are not guaranteed housing at FIU. However, students in the Global First Year program are guaranteed housing. We do have housing for all of our Global First Year students, and living on campus is like living at a resort. You can see the leisure pool there in the upper right-hand corner. That's right in the middle of the housing complex. If they're living on campus, they're right in the middle of everything. Easy access to the fitness center, lounges, the swimming pool, campus dining, entertainment, events, activities. It's all right there and all within walking distance. They don't have to worry about looking for a place off campus. They don't have to worry about a vehicle. They don't have to worry about trying to find parking on campus. This makes things very, very easy for them. Also, Global First Year students get preferred housing on campus. Typical first-year housing at FIU is shared bedrooms with a shared common space, meaning there's typically 4 students in a suite, 2 bedrooms, 2 students to a bedroom. The Global First Year students typically are in single bedrooms. They'll have a shared living space. They may even have a shared kitchen in their suite. If they don't have a kitchen in their suite, there's a kitchen on the floor that they're able to use. But their bedroom itself will be a private bedroom if they're in the Global First Year program. And campus life at FIU is very, very active. There's arts and culture all the time on campus, museums, theater, music, and dance. FIU actually has 3 museums. One of them is right on the campus. It's an art museum. There's theater productions, music, and dance. Students can participate. They can be involved in this, or they can just attend the performances. There are literally hundreds of student clubs and organizations on campus, ranging from social to things that complement their curricular interests. And athletics, intercollegiate NCAA sports, club sports, intramurals. Again, students can participate or they can just go and watch. So Miami is a great place to be. This is Key Biscayne. It's a beach about 35 minutes from campus. You can see downtown Miami in the background. And why do we love Miami? Well, Miami-Dade County is home to nearly 3 million people from all over the world. You will find every different kind of language, dress, culture, holidays, festivals, all being observed and here in Miami. In Miami, most people actually come from somewhere else. I'm the unusual guy here in that I was born and raised in the US. But almost everybody around me, they come from someplace other than Florida or even the US. Miami was named the best US city to do business in Latin America. Maybe you're not in Latin America and you're saying, well, how does that help me? Miami is the gateway to the world for the Americas, and we're the gateway to the Americas for the world. So we are a center for global business. With being home to 2 major airports and 2 major seaports, you can get just about anywhere, and you'll find all kinds of businesses that are based here in Miami. I'm going to let Stacy talk a little bit more about some of the businesses that are here in Miami, but you'll find some of the big industries we have here: international banking and finance, technology and telecommunications, shipping, logistics, supply chain management, hospitality, travel, tourism. Obviously, we're a destination, but we're a hub for those companies as well. And pharmaceuticals, believe it or not, and the medical device industry, 2 big industries really important right now. So Miami's a global business hub with a vibrant lifestyle and plenty of sunshine. Now, I always tell the students, South Beach is gorgeous and the beach really is beautiful, but they need to go to class first. We want them to be academically successful before they go spending their time at the beach. And at FIU, now remember, I'm going to take you back to that second slide that I showed you after the welcome. I mentioned we're really focused on great research, we're focused on great teaching, we're focused on great access to the programs, but we're primarily focused on student success. So here's some pictures of some of the first students who have graduated from the Global First Year program at FIU. They started out with us and then they graduated. In the upper left-hand corner here, this is Himanshi. Himanshi's from India. She graduated in 3 years with 2 degrees in communications and psychology. Yes, that is possible. Himanshi's a bit of an overachiever. She took about 18 credits every semester, took courses or internships or study abroad during the summers. She actually did an internship in Japan. She was very, very involved on campus, involved with Startup FIU, our business incubator. She was part of the Honors College. She was a resident assistant in the student housing on campus. She did just about everything. At one point, I told Himanshi, stop and let somebody else get a chance. After she graduated, she went back home to India. She started up a financial technology business with her dad. We're looking forward to finding out where she's going to wind up in grad school, hopefully this fall. She's been accepted to a few schools, Johns Hopkins in the US, and I believe Oxford in England. On the right-hand side there, you can see Natalie. Natalie was a hospitality major, graduated. She was actually the first student to graduate from FIU that started out in Global First Year. Natalie graduated in 3.5 years, did an internship with the Fontainebleau Hotel in Miami, one of the most historic and iconic hotels in Miami. And has just done amazingly well. What we have done is created a platform that provides the students with access and support so that they build a foundation that will enable them to be really successful and proceed through their degree doing well, academically, socially, professionally, career-wise. Keep in mind that the Global First Year program is just that, the first year. This is not a foundation program. These are not extra courses. Every course that the student takes in the Global First Year program will be a university course taught by university faculty that's going to count towards their degree. No extra time, no extra courses. Everything here is designed to keep the student on track. We have 3 start times a year: fall, which starts in August, spring, which starts in January, and summer, which starts in May. Great opportunities, again, for your students 3 times a year to be able to start in the program, and we make sure that they are well served by the program here. I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to turn it over to Stacy. I will remind you that if you do have questions at any point in time, please put them in the Q&A. And I'm going to turn it over to Stacy now so she can share some information about our College of Business in particular.
Thank you very much, Barry, and thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. Again, my name is Stacy Bernhard, and I represent Florida International University's College of Business. I am the manager for global recruitment and operations. I work primarily with our graduate level programs, but I'm also very involved with all of our international students at both the graduate and undergraduate level. I'm also a 2-time alumni of FIU. I graduated here with my bachelor's degree in psychology and my master's degree in higher education administration. So I am very much a Panther at heart. FIU's College of Business is focused on building success on a global scale. Our programs are highly accredited and we have exceptional rankings. Students entering into our programs will gain exciting new opportunities that help them really expand on all of their capabilities. We want to make sure that everything that they're learning will help them take everything that they learn abroad with them when they go home to their home countries as they move through their careers, whether they stay in country, in the US, or abroad. And they're learning from Florida's high-powered dynamic business community. Students in our programs will interact with global business leaders, immerse themselves in one of the most dynamic business communities in the US, and learn from faculty with exceptional knowledge. These faculty members really are experts or leaders in their field, and they come from all walks of life, whether they are from the research aspect, whether they are direct from business. Students really will have an opportunity to learn from everyone. We also have a very diverse faculty, staff, and student population. FIU's College of Business is AACSB accredited. This is the highest accreditation that a business school can achieve, and it is earned by only the top 5% of business schools worldwide. In addition, our programs are accredited independently by the different accrediting bodies for these programs, and we are one of 4 US institutions to partner with ACCA. We have 9 programs that are currently ranked within the top 10. One of our most important programs that I'm going to address here today is our undergraduate international business program that has been ranked number 2 by US News and World Report. In addition, many of our online programs have been ranked within the top 10 as well, and many of our graduate level programs are in these rankings. Our students within the College of Business are very diverse. We have about 10,000 students, and about 80% of that really are our undergraduate level students. About 68% of our student population is Hispanic or Latino. That does not necessarily mean that they come from abroad, but South Florida really does have a very large Hispanic and Latino population. About 6% of our total student population is international, and there are more than 120 countries represented in our classrooms. We have over 55,000 alumni around the world, and we would love for your students to join that network. We offer several different programs at the undergraduate level. We offer a Bachelor of Accounting, a Bachelor of Business Administration in 8 different areas: finance, human resource management, international business, logistics and supply chain management, general management, management information systems, marketing, and real estate. So while they're getting a Bachelor of Business Administration, their focus will really be in one of these general areas. And we do have dual degree options where students can earn a bachelor's degree here at FIU and abroad in 2 different areas. Through our College of Business, we have a wide amount of student services and support, just as with our Global First Year program. We have an Office of Business Career Management that focuses solely on our business students. While the university offers career services for all students, this is dedicated to the needs of a future business leader. We have a student learning center that will help students with understanding their test-taking style. It helps with some mild tutoring and advising. We have an Office of Global Initiatives that works with study abroad and our dual degree partnerships. Students can participate in intercollegiate case competitions, really getting involved in understanding how business processes work. And we also have several clubs and organizations that are dedicated just to our business students. Our Office of Business Career Management offers many key things to our students that are unique to business. We have one-on-one career counseling with resume review and cover letter writing assistance, career guidance, and helping the students understand how to negotiate their salaries, and interview preparation. These are very unique to the US, since writing a resume is a little bit different in what reviewers are going to look for at different levels. We have a career fair that is just for our business students twice per year. We do several different assessments where students can learn how to properly sit at a table for dining etiquette, and which fork to use, and when you have 17 glasses in front of you, how do you know which one to start with? We do personality assessments that help them understand what type of job would best suit them. We do several different workshops throughout the year, and we have continued these as we have moved online. And we also offer interviewing on campus from several of the major companies that are located here in South Florida and throughout the United States and abroad. Some of the companies that hire our students are companies such as Ernst & Young, PwC, KPMG, Ford. Baptist Health of South Florida is one of the major healthcare providers here in Miami, Fiat Chrysler, and the CIA, just to name a few of the companies that do come on campus and look directly for our business students. Our international network represents where we have dual degree partnerships for our students. Students that enter into these programs will earn both a bachelor's degree at FIU, transfer a certain number of courses abroad, and earn a bachelor's degree from a second institution worldwide. We have a very broad network, and this is continuing to grow. In addition, students also have the opportunity to study abroad in many of these countries at many of these institutions and more. So why should you really study international business at FIU? International Business undergraduate level program is ranked #2 by US News and World Report. Students studying at FIU will study in one of the greatest global cities. That means they'll have the opportunity to be in a major multinational, multi-ethnic city like Miami, where it really is the gateway to the Americas and the Caribbean. Miami is home to the 3rd largest airport in the United States, and we have a very large multinational population, as Barry mentioned. More than 100 companies have multinational campuses located here in Miami, such as Audi in manufacturing, L'Oreal for wholesale trade, avionics with American Airlines, Deloitte in finance, American Express, and Nickelodeon has one of their major headquarters here on South Beach. Other major companies that are located in Miami are companies such as Sony. Burger King has their headquarters here, Heineken, Novartis, and Telefonica, just to name a few. Miami is home to over 150 multinational organizations, and it would take all day to list all of them. Technology really is dynamic in Miami, and it's constantly growing. All of the major technology companies here have offices here. Google, Cisco, Spotify, Twitter, everyone has a Miami location because it does help them reach out into the Americas, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world. Miami is an emerging tech powerhouse, and we have grown in tech jobs in the last 7 years by 40%, and that is continuing to grow. South Florida is the #1 location in the United States for startup businesses, and many of the students or founders of these startup organizations do come from Latin America. International business really at FIU focuses on obtaining a deep understanding of the global business environment and operations that are essential to succeed in the business world. Our courses focus on areas such as marketing, organization and management, finance, strategy, informatics, legal issues, business analytics, and a variety of electives where students can really choose to focus on areas that are of major interest to them. It is possible to combine international business with a double major in an area such as finance or marketing to make your students more marketable. This will add on a few additional courses. Students also have the option to choose a minor, which is typically 5 to 6 of their elective courses. The benefits of an international business program at FIU are that we have specific mentoring for our business students. Students choose to do internships or have the opportunity to do internships throughout the course of their academic career. Students will meet with executives throughout the course of their program. Through our career management office, we do resume preparation and career guidance, and students do have the opportunity to study abroad. After your students have completed their undergraduate program, we really want them to start thinking about graduate school, which would be the next step in their education. We offer more than 17 programs at the MBA and specialized master's level, both in person and fully online. Our fully online programs are direct replicas of our face-to-face programs, so students learn the same curriculum from the same faculty as if they were on campus. Thank you again for taking the time to let me talk to you a little bit more about our business programs, and I'll turn it back over to Barry so that we can open it up for the question and answer session. Barry, you're muted.
Thank you, Stacy. Thanks again, Stacy. And if you have any questions, please go ahead. You can put those right in the Q&A. You know, one of the things I do like to highlight repeatedly is that FIU is located in Miami, a global city. And, you know, especially when we're talking about the College of Business, we're talking about business majors. I think it's, you know, crucial that a student who's looking at opportunities around the world to use their business degree or to use any degree should be looking at a city where they're going to get a global experience, and Miami is definitely that place. So I see and Jessica, we've got a question here from her. Could you briefly explain about the application process? Happy to do that for you. So the application process for the Global First Year program, you can definitely work with our recruitment teams from the International University Alliance or Shorelight, and they can assist you with that. But the application process is very straightforward for Global First Year. So for this fall, for example, our application deadline has not occurred yet. It's about 20 days away on July 20th. We do need a Global First Year application. We need the high school transcript for the student. We need the bio page of their passport. And we need an English language assessment if they are not coming from a country where English is the primary language, or if they have not studied at a school that was taught in English for, I believe it's 3 years. So we need those. Once we have those items, it takes us usually less than a week, but about 5 days to provide a conditional offer of acceptance. And then they would provide the rest of the documentation, bank statements, certificate of finance, and so on and so forth for us to get back to them. But the initial acceptance would be based on those things. And again, it's a very, very quick turnaround. In terms of high school grades, on the US scale of a 4.0 grade point average, we're looking for a 2.5 grade point average. On English language assessments, using the IELTS exam, although there are about 8 different assessments that we can accept. IELTS and TOEFL are obviously the most common, but we'll also accept ITEP, we'll accept Duolingo. Again, there's several others that we can take. But on the IELTS exam, we're looking at a 5.0 minimum. With a 5.0 IELTS, that would qualify the student for our 3-semester program. With a 5.5, they would qualify for our 2-semester program. Really, the only difference between those two is the amount of English language study and support that they get during the first year. But again, all of those courses, none of those are English ESL courses. They are all university English courses that will count towards their degree. If a student is below the 5.0, we do have a pre-sessional English program, which is ESL, English language only. We do not recommend students be at a beginner level for that, because they're probably going to only move up 1 level per semester. And so they're not coming to FIU just to study English, so that could take quite a bit of time. Typically, we're looking at a 4.0, 4.5 IELTS score, or the equivalent in the pre-sessional English program. Hopefully that answered your question, Anne. Other questions that I might be able to help you with, or specific questions for Stacy today about the College of Business? So we'll go ahead, and I see we've got a question here about a copy of the presentation and the recording, along with email addresses. So we can definitely put our email addresses into the chat for you. As far as the recording of the presentation, I'd ask you to work with your representative from Shorelight to be able to go ahead and access that. Because some of this information does change from time to time, one of the things we really do like to do is if you've got a number of students that you'd like us to present to, and that number could be as low as 1, but if you've got a student that you'd like us to meet with also, we can definitely set up a one-on-one call with you and your student if they've got specific questions. But your Shorelight representative that you typically work with can definitely provide you with materials that will be helpful for the students. Any other questions that we could help you with? I've gone ahead and provided you with my direct email there in the chat for you. Elizabeth, I see you on there. Would you be able to also address the question, maybe answer the question about access to the presentation? See, Stacy's also entered her email in the chat.
Hi, Barry. Yes, I was just kind of getting lost in the navigation here. Yes, I'll definitely like to add my email. Apologies on that.
No worries.
Yes, definitely. I'd love to add my email. I can add it onto the chat with all participants. I hope everyone can see it.
Great. And Elizabeth, was my answer there about access to presentations and so forth, was that accurate the way you'd like me to address that?
Definitely, yes. They can reach out to me. Anyone is comfortable to reach out to me, and I can definitely, give out the presentation and also go through any other questions, any further questions that anybody might have to recap on what Barry has fantastically said in the team.
Great. Thank you, Elizabeth. I saw you on there. I'm not sure which of our other Shorelight colleagues might be on with us today, but I saw you and I knew you could be helpful with that.
Yes, definitely. I know Fatima is also on, so
okay.
She's on there. Definitely, so she's definitely on it. Let me just add, I hope everyone can see it. Sorry, I keep on getting.
Yeah. So again, if anybody would like access to the presentation, again, you can go ahead and put that into the chat, and we'll definitely have one of our Shorelight colleagues follow up with you on that. Are there any other questions that we might be able to help you with? Not seeing any. I'm going to go ahead and, again, I would like to thank you all for joining us today. I hope you found this information helpful. And again, if you do have specific questions that come up, please feel free to email us directly or work through your Shorelight representative for information. They can certainly help you as well and can definitely connect you. Again, some of the things that we are doing right now is that we have done with various agencies is we've provided webinars, agency-specific webinars. If you've got a group of students who are interested in FIU in the Global First Year program, they don't all have to be interested in the same major. But we can make ourselves available for that as well. If you have a particular student or family with particular questions or concerns, again, we can also set up what we call a campus connection call to do a one-on-one with you and them. Again, you can work through your Shorelight representative to set that up. Also, I'd like to make available to you on our website, there is a virtual tour of the campus. It's about a 20-minute video, which is why we don't do it on these webinars. We don't think anybody's signing into the webinar to sit here and watch us play a video for 20 minutes. But it is a really helpful video tour of the campus that is, we know people have found interesting and helpful. Also on the website, there is a virtual housing tour, One thing I will point out to you, if you search that, both of those tours, the housing tour and the virtual campus tour, are available on YouTube. You can access them through our FIU website or through our Global First Year website at globalfiu.com. But on the housing tour, I will point out that the housing tour does showcase the traditional first-year student housing, which, as I had mentioned, is shared bedrooms. And our global first-year students are typically, unless they're under 17, are in private bedrooms in our housing on campus. And again, mentioning that we do guarantee housing for the global first-year students, while the university does not guarantee housing. So having said that, seeing no further questions, seeing some of you saying thanks for the session. Again, we hope this has been helpful. And again, we look forward to working with you and seeing your students on campus in the near future. Thank you very much. And if it's up, I see a question just popped up. That's Elizabeth is telling Anne to reach out to her. So, Anne,
Sorry, I was just reading my email. Yeah.
yep, that's okay. So, so again, whether it's the beginning of your day, the end of your day, thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you a very successful season of recruitment. Have a wonderful rest of your day or fabulous tomorrow. Bye now.